You've probably seen those scary headlines. Florida hit by another hurricane. And maybe you saw it, okay? Maybe this year is not the time for that Florida trip. But here's the thing, those headlines, they do grab your attention, but they do not tell you the whole story. Because most of the time, the weather here looks like this. Today, let's talk about the real weather in Florida. This isn't just another weather forecast. It's your survival guide to Florida's sky moods. Let's break it down. Where to go, when to go, what to expect, and how to plan your trip smart so you can actually enjoy your Florida vacation instead of stressing about the weather. And why one stretch of coastline, the Space Coast, might just be the smartest place to book your next Florida vacation. The weather in Florida is not as bad as it looks on the news. News networks exaggerate, not because they're evil, but because they're competing for your attention. A little rainstorm becomes a tropical nightmare. A windy day, dangerous gusts hitting Florida's coastline. And of course, if you're sitting up north watching that, yeah, it can look terrifying. But here's the thing, Florida weather is actually highly predictable. And let's start with the first big question, when should you go? We've all heard that midsummer through early fall, roughly from July to October, is a hurricane season. Sounds dramatic, but it's actually the most popular time for families with kids to visit Florida because of the school break. The air is warm, the ocean is perfect, and yes, you might get a few tropical downpours.
If you're headed to Orlando, you're even more protected. The city is inland, shielded from the coastal winds, and the theme parks, Disney, Universal, all of them, are built with Florida's weather in mind. They have detailed storm protocols, indoor attractions, and drainage systems that clear water in minutes. So even when the clouds roll in, the magic doesn't stop. It just moves indoors for a bit.
And though hurricanes do happen, now I will tell you how to avoid them. And let me show you something cool. Here's a map of hurricane tracks over the last few decades. And you can notice this section. The Space Coast, Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach, a coastline shaped by luck and geography, sitting in a natural weather corridor. The Gulf Stream and the Atlantic's wind currents often deflect hurricanes north or south, meaning they usually miss us directly. That's exactly why NASA built its Space Coast here back in the 60s, and why SpaceX launches from the same spot today. They didn't pick it just for the view, they picked it for the weather stability.
And for anyone visiting Orlando, that's great news too. The Space Coast is the closest beach to Orlando, just about an hour away. So if you're ready for some ocean breeze after the theme parks, you're practically there already. We still feel the effects of hurricanes from time to time, like strong winds and heavy rain. But compared to other parts of Florida, Space Coast gives us great natural protection. What makes Florida so special is that its weather has a rhythm. And once you learn it, it's incredibly predictable. Mornings, almost always sunny. Around 2 or 3 in the afternoon, a quick rain shower when hot air from the land meets the cooler sea breeze. 20 minutes later, blue skies again. It's the same pattern almost every day from May through September. If you know this rhythm, you can plan your tours, boat rides, or beach time without worrying about Florida weather drama. For our trips, we always recommend morning and early afternoon tours during summer. And all our tours are fully refundable in case of bad weather, so no stress, no risk.
And sure, sometimes the rain does come to say hi, but it's never the end of the world. When it does, it's still plenty to do.
You can visit the Kennedy Space Center, see real rockets, real missions, real launches. You can check out Exploration Tower in Port Canaveral, or grab a drink at a cozy Cocoa Beach bar and watch the storm roll over the horizon. Rain here is like a coffee break, short, warm, refreshing, and then it's gone.
Yet from October through May, Florida turns into pure magic. The air cools down just enough to feel comfortable. Mid-70s most days, light breeze, no humidity drama. It's that perfect shorts and a light jacket weather locals secretly wish lasted all year.
This is when the skies stay clear, the ocean is calm, and the sunsets look like they were painted just for Instagram. Rain, rare and gentle, Storms, practically non-existent. Every now and then, winter brings a gentle chill, the kind that makes you reach for your favorite sweater or that one jacket you never thought you'd wear in Florida. It's a rare moment when the air feels crisp, the sky turns crystal blue, and coffee tastes just a little better. Because here on the Space Coast, it's one of the most predictable climates you'll ever experience. The laws of wind, water, and geography all work together to create one of the calmest, sunniest coastlines in the entire state.
That's why the rockets launch here. That's why the ships depart here. And that's why we love living here.